Yeah, I came up here to ask real quick. What is it? Am I echoing?
Nope.
Okay. What does it look like to for a woman to run off on the date? Because I heard the prototype saying that, and I think sometimes what y'all consider her like using you for the free date was just like she went on a date with you and she didn't end up liking you after that. And maybe she ghosted you, and that probably wasn't the most mature thing, but she just didn't want to hurt your feelings or like go through the rigmarole of telling you why she didn't like you. Because sometimes y'all struggle to like accept that, and it becomes this whole thing. And speaking from personal experience, sometimes it's just easier to just, that didn't work out. It was one date, no harm, no foul, just won't talk to him again. Is that what y'all consider running off and just using them for the date?
Shan projecting.
I am.
Yeah, she should be a painter the way she be painting these scenarios. But anyway,
No, this is real life. That's why I'm asking. Like, how
She
many
want
men feel like this
clarification
about
for
me right
herself,
now?
sir. she trying to get she trying to get to the bottom of something in real life. She needs you
How
to
many
what
people
she
think
be
that I
adding all
used
these
them
extra
for
words. Nobody
a
say
free
ran off.
meal
Nobody
because I
said
just
it.
didn't end up liking their ass?
she trying to get to the
No,
bottom.
that don't be the case. I was just saying like what you see on Instagram and stuff. All I'm just saying is everybody
So
like
wait, so
if the
prototype,
energy.
you've never been used for a date? You don't feel like a woman has ever used you just to go out?
Man, I'm smooth, brother. I don't, not
Okay.
that I know of.
Okay.
Maybe on down the line, probably, but I
Okay.
don't know the
And have you
intention.
dated many women?
I have.
Okay. So you've had a good amount of experience with women, and you are openly admitting that it's never happened to you. So why are we talking about something? It ain't never happened to me. Devontae, has it ever happened to you? Have you ever been on a date and felt like she just skedaddled after the date? Like she literally was there just to eat and you know what I mean? Like, and that's it?
I mean, it's possible. Like I've
I'm
never
saying, have
really been
you ever
ghost.
felt like that? I'm not saying has it
No, I've
actually
never
ever
really
happened to you.
felt that way. Like
Yeah.
I've been ghosted after a date, but it's
Yeah.
like
Ghosting is different though.
I've never felt like anyone has ever owed me anything. If like okay, we go on a date and I don't hear from you, it's like okay, cool. Like I don't know. I'm young though. Like I'm 27 when I started dating. Like, it's like Tinder was a thing. So like Tinder, Bumble, all the dating apps. So it's like that was when like a roster would start. So it's like in my head I was like, okay, she probably just got with some dude on the roster, or maybe she wasn't feeling me that way. But I never was like, yeah, this girl used me for a meal.
Well,
Like it's
that's why I
possible,
asked, because
but
like
I wouldn't
I'm not even
actually
trying to be
know.
funny. What does that look like? Because if you wouldn't feel like you were used unless you feel like you didn't get what you expected. So like you didn't get a relationship out of it, or she didn't keep talking to you, or maybe she didn't like sleep with you, whatever it is. Like the only reason you would feel like you were used for the date is if you had something in mind, you had an expectation, and that didn't happen. So now you feel used.
See, this what I'm saying, Shane. You came in changing the dynamic of the conversation. It wasn't about that. It was just seeing how their tendencies are. What are their how do they progress the date? Like what I'm trying to say is like basically seeing what type of time she on, seeing her tendencies. Would she be able to court me? You know what I'm saying? Just
What?
like I court
Court
her.
you?
Yeah,
Why?
My
yeah.
issue is we only talking about the first few dates though. Like when you're dating
Who
for the
said
first
that?
time, man.
He didn't.
Oh,
Devontae,
I
he didn't
thought
say that.
my
Wait,
bad. I thought we
hold
was
on.
just talking about the
Wait, hold
first
up,
few
y'all.
dates,
Hold
but
up,
it's
hold up,
like,
y'all. Give me a
dang.
second. Give me a second. I'm confused. You want to see how she gonna court you?
What is that a question?
Yeah. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
I mean, it's not possible.
I'm not saying it's not possible, but what? I'm so confused. You know what? You know what I realized? I'm not gonna even hold y'all. You know what I realized in doing some of these lives around these topics, like about relationships? I realized that I do have some traditional value. Like I do, like as progressive as I think that I am, it's like some of the shit y'all be saying, I be feeling like the old man, like get off my lawn type vibe. Cause what?
I mean, that
You
that
want
what
to
I
see how
heard.
she
That what I
courts
heard. The
you?
older,
What
Like,
are you
ew.
I
talking
heard the
about, sir?
I heard the older women. I heard the older women coming up saying that a lot, man.
They said
So
what?
if I'm saying something
I'm an
crazy,
older
I'm saying
nigga.
something
What you talking
crazy
about?
behind them.
They said
Say
what?
it again.
What you mean? What did they say?
What the that nigga said? Do I want to get pegged after the date? Man, take your
What
faggot
was
Real
in the
ass.
tight, bro.
comments?
Come on. You already know, fam. This is not it. What are
Let
you
me turn my
saying?
comments off, cause they were too.
See, you smart.
What you saying, Paul?
What are you talking about? You be expecting women to court you? You expect it. I wanna say this for any of the men's on the panel or in the comments that have been courted. I've been courted by women before. Don't get me wrong. I've never expected it. it's never something I've expected in my life, but I've been courted before. That is a different thing.
Yeah,
You
that's
are
definitely no
actually
cultural norm I've ever heard of.
not in no. I don't. Maybe I'm just saying. Maybe I'm from a different. That just don't sound right. You expecting a woman to court you? How? For
And you were born in 80, you were born in 82, right?
a deuce.
So you should know.
What should I know?
You be playing naive, bro. You want a gotcha
Nah,
moment
don't,
type shit.
sir. I just told you. I am starting to realize that I do have some traditional value. Like as long as I'm gonna put it to y'all like this, as long as these systems are in place the way that they are, there are certain things I will understand about what women be saying. As far as like traditionalism is concerned, there's some things that I get, right? And one of them is men courting women. That's as long as men are who we are as a group, and as long as women are who they are as a group, and as long as these financial systems are in place and these oppressive systems are in place, I completely understand men courting women and the necessity of men courting women. I don't know what the hell you talking about. And I'm waiting to hear it. I've asked you 3 times. What do you mean? What are you
What does that
saying?
even look like? How
What
would
are
you
you
even
talking
do
about?
that?
Oh,
Court a man? How?
I
You gonna
mean,
have to teach me that one.
Pub actually said he got courted too. So
I did.
if we can take away court, let's just say the woman
He ain't
or
get courted. He was a smut. They was tricking off. But
Nah.
anyway.
Hold on,
probably
Shan. Don't
was.
do that.
I believe it.
Hold on. First and foremost, that was a different time. That when I was doing that. Second of all, I'm telling you what happened. And what
Courted is
happened
a
was,
strong word for what the heck he was doing.
let me tell y'all, see, Shan gonna make me, I gotta tell the stories. At least I'm gonna tell one. I've had women ask me out, take me out, pay for me, and let their intentions be known over a period of time. And I told y'all that old woman was courting me. I already told y'all that story when the older lady with the missing side tooth was courting me when I was in my 20s. That I've been like no doubt about it. I done been picked up in Benzes and I done had them try to show me the time of my life. Like I've definitely been in that position. It felt weird. It didn't feel right. But what I'm saying is I've never expected that of a woman. You see what I'm saying? It's a different thing to say how a woman is going to court me. I've never expected it. It just happened. I didn't ask her to do it.
Yeah.
I
So
just went with it.
Pub, have you dated a lot of women? Well, not saying a lot as trying to paint you as a hoe, man. Like I ain't trying. I'm saying,
I
have you
was though.
dated women that actually like fuck with you and they just bring you things just out of curiosity, not curiosity, out of the courtesy of their heart?
Yeah. All the
But that's
time.
not courting. Like women are gonna do that if they like you. Yeah, they're gonna buy you gifts or they're gonna like. Yeah, women are gonna do
It's
that when
normal
they're
This
in a
shit.
relationship
courting,
with you and they
this
like you.
courting.
That's not courting.
That's courting? When did that become courting? Like if a girl
Damn, man.
so if a girl
I ain't got no soul. Hold on.
so you feel like if a girl call you, she courting you? Or if a girl texts you before you
I
text
didn't say
her?
nothing about a call.
No, I'm trying to find out because what? If she bring you a sandwich, she's courting you?
Like you said, you got a computer, right? Though, pull us or Oxford definition of core.
Okay.
Hey, if a girl bring me a sandwich, that's for me though. I appreciate that. That was fun.
Yeah, I feel like you just did all that to avoid my question, and because you said I'm changing the whole dynamic of the situation, but I don't see how when we're talking about going out on dates and men paying for the dates, and you feeling like you were used or a woman ran off on you or whatever. Those are your words. how do you feel used? Like I said, unless you just didn't get whatever you expected to get out of it. What other reason would you have to be used to feel used?
See, nobody said use. I just said you do that for to see her tendencies on how she's gonna go through life if you gonna be
You
in a
tried.
relationship
You
with her.
say some
You don't
people
want a
will.
woman that just.
You said some women will use you for the date. Like some women will go out on the date, just to get the date or whatever. Did you not say that?
And yes, I gave an example on people on Instagram how I perceive that to be. But what I'm saying is, it's just trying to see the tendencies on how would the woman gauge herself through the relationship, because you don't want a woman that just fully just wants you to be financial, and a man shouldn't want a woman to do everything mentally. That's all I'm saying. So I would say, like, get to the terms of seeing if the person able to be balanced. That's all.
But the woman isn't not paying for the date because she expects you to pay for everything. You do understand that, right? Like that's not what why women are asking men to or
I mean,
why. Yeah. Go ahead, I'm listening.
well, maybe you just don't have the capacity to see how I'm trying to say it,
I
bro.
don't have
That's
the
probably what it
see.
is.
I can't. I don't have the capacity to see. It's
Y'all really
crazy.
gotta stop doing shit like that.
That's crazy. That's interesting. That's it. That's bold. I mean, that's a lot of things. But no, I definitely have the capacity. I just don't think that
I mean, that ain't no shot, brother. I
it
love you
is.
like
But
a
it's
baby
okay. I don't
brother. I
think it
love
wasn't
you, bro. I
intentional.
love you. I
I
love
don't
you
take
like
it
a
as an
baby brother,
intentional
man.
shot. But yeah, it's just a weird thing to say. But let me go to GV. GV, man, what's good? I know GV on the road.
You doing, host?
I'm doing good, man. Long time no here, man.
Public, I just want to say these men need to stop chasing women, man. You know what I'm saying? They need to stop chasing women
Uh,
and chase money.
okay.
Men who get women don't even have to chase
Yes,
women.
they do.
Is that right or wrong?
Yeah. I don't care how much money you got. You still got to chase women.
Women know who they want and like. So
It don't
if you a
matter.
man that get women, huh?
It don't matter. You still got to chase them. You still got to pursue them.
Pretty boys ain't chasing
That's a
women
fact.
in public.
Pretty boys definitely chase women. What are you talking about?
Not all of them. Not all of them.
Yeah. Every pretty boy is still chasing women, sir. I don't know what you're talking about.
Pretty boys got women.
Let me
Pretty boys
hold on,
living
GV.
off women.
I gotta tell you something why your shit don't make sense. And this is how I know. This is how when you be telling them yourself, I can tell you ugly. Because I'm not gonna say I'm a pretty nigga, whatever. But
There's a lot.
hold on. But as a man, as I've been approached by a lot of women, what I'm saying is no matter what, for every pretty boy, there are 10,000 pretty women. Right? So that pretty boy still gotta approach. If he want to get a pretty woman, he gotta approach that pretty woman. Maybe he don't gotta approach every woman. I'm not saying he gotta approach every woman, but he definitely gotta approach a lot of women. The women that he wants, trust me, he gotta approach them. They're not coming to him. They're not coming to him. The insta baddies, he gotta approach him, sir. I don't care how attractive he is.
So you
Lenny Kravitz, my nigga, he had to approach Lisa Bonet. Lisa Bonet did not walk up to Lenny Kravitz like,
okay? So
you're
so
cute.
you telling me that it's men out here that don't chase women at all and don't get women? I'm talking. You telling me it's men out here that don't never approach women and still don't get women? You telling me that, right?
I'm not. There are some men. Hey, if there are men out here who never approach women, right, and they just wait for women to come to them. I'm not saying they don't get women, but they're not getting the women they want most of the time. I
But the
will
thing is too though,
I will
it's
guarantee you that.
like you do have men who might not who might not be always approaching. That doesn't mean like they don't. Like my thing is like a man still has to approach. He might get approached. That doesn't necessarily mean that he doesn't approach 100%. Like, you know what I mean? Like a man still has to approach, but there is a chance he might be getting approached as well too.
Yeah, no,
You
that's
know?
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can get approached. Now, I'm not denying that some men don't get approached, or a good portion of men don't get approached. I'm fully acknowledging that. I'm saying though, even with that, you still gotta shoot your shot. I don't know what you're talking about. That's wild. Let me read. Let me read these.
Let me tell you something. Let
Hold
me
on,
tell you
GB.
something.
Hold on, GB. Hold on, GB. Let me read these super chats real quick. Vonnie said, "Y'all have the nerve to complain about the cost of dates when y'all use dates to sexually barter. Go pay a SW. I keep telling y'all the prototype is a special kind of stupid." Ali said, he testing women to see how soon she can be a slave and work. That's what I was getting too from what prototype was saying. Go ahead, GV.
And what I'm saying, public, is that attraction is so powerful that if you an attractive man, you don't even have to approach women. They gonna come to you.
That's not true. You still gotta approach women if you want a certain woman. I'm not saying that only ugly women or unattractive women approach men. I'm just saying that as a man, if you are waiting for a woman to approach you, it's few and far between, even as an attractive man. You're not getting women you're not even getting women approaching you weekly, even as an attractive man. You're not. That's what I'm saying. So it's few and far between that you're actually getting these opportunities, right? So you got it, like, and then by the time you get one, it's like, okay, like, she's okay. You don't really like her, but you know, like that shit. Appreciate you, Sean. Like, that's a reality. Like, I don't know what do you, what do you think is happening? Even for attractive people, even for attractive men, sir. Are you not understanding that?
Women typically just aren't the pursuers. So yeah, she might see an attractive man and she's gonna admire him from afar and talk about how attractive he is on the phone with her friends, but she's never gonna approach that man. She might make herself look open to be approached, but she's not going to approach that man most of the time. Like
Mm-hmm.
what he's saying is very true.
That's not even. That's a no-brainer. Because it's unsafe for women to approach men. Like, it's a lot going on to get women to approach men on a regular like that. Like that ain't happening, bro.
Public.
What up? What up?
I wanted to say something because I think I get what he's trying to say, but he's just not saying it right. I think
Okay.
what he's trying, and like he can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think what he's trying to say is that more attractive men have to do a little less work, but they still have to do some form of work. But yeah, if you look a certain way or the way that you perceive that most women will find attractive, I do think that they might not have to put in as much effort as somebody say less conventionally attractive. And I feel like that's what he might have been trying to say, because I can kind of agree with that, because women let attractive men sometimes, they like, okay, well maybe they'll get away with maybe not texting back as fast, but if you don't look good, like if you got buck teeth, yeah, you better be responding in like 2 minutes. So I think
Yeah.
that's what he might have been trying to say.
But yeah, that's what I mean. That is so obvious. Why are we talking about that? I'm saying that not to you, but to him. Like, we all know that the more you like a person, the more you're willing to tolerate. Generally. Not everybody's like that. Some people don't give a fuck. Red flag, red flag. They, you know what I'm saying, they moving on. But yeah, duh. Like,
Okay,
I've
okay,
had
public. You know what it is. This what it is. I don't believe in approaching women because I know that women throw themselves at the men that they really want. So
that's
I
not
don't believe it.
true.
Yes, it is,
That's
and
not
I've seen
true.
it. I've
Listening
No,
to
had it
that's
happen
what
to
we're saying.
Anecdotal evidence doesn't equate to real life. When we have the most amount of virgins and men not having sex, period, that we have ever had. So this small percentage that you might see, because I can't negate your personal like experience, but men still do the approaching. I know we see online about all you men, well, I don't approach women no more. I don't approach. You're not the mass. The majority of men who like women are still going to approach women. That whole word about being called a creep, Men who aren't creepy don't have to worry about that. So you might not approach women for whatever reason, but that's not the majority. You are not the majority. You are in a very small minority. So if women are all throwing themselves at you and you don't have to do anything, you are in a very small minority.
LA Toxic, what's good with it?
Hey y'all, how's it going?
Good.
Okay. I was at the club yesterday. Okay.
Oh, perfect. We got a club story, y'all. Hey, everybody, get your crackers and your drinks and shit, and
Right.
tighten up. We about to listen to a goddamn club. I ain't heard a club fable in months. Let's go.
It's not a long story. It's not a long story, but it is an observation.
Mm-hmm.
Because I did have, whatever, went to the game, went out, celebrated a loss. Anyway, so at the club, which was a vibe, these 4 fine ass men come walking through the door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fine as frog hair. I was shook. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Did you approach him?
I certainly did not. Never would. Never in life.
Interesting.
There's a lot of reasons for that. But mainly, I feel like the main reason is like if a man is gonna approach you, like that's the first step in like in gaining trust with him, right? So like if you approach a man like randomly, you don't know what that man's intentions are. You don't know where he's coming from, like how he's gonna approach the situation. But anyway, long story short is these men fine as hell still approached the women they wanted to talk to. Still.
Of course. Yeah.
And these men were fine. Okay. I've never seen it. Listen. Anyway, my point is they're fine as hell. They could have had women come up to, but I watched them. Okay. And no woman came up to them, not one.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a big club full of people.
Yep.
And obviously they look good. So, I mean, if someone wanted to, they could have approached them, but nobody did. They went up and approached the women they wanted to talk to, and that's it. It's not that men who look good don't have to, like, don't get some liberties that other men might not, but they still have to do the legwork. It's very simple.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all seen Tuka play that game, Vivica A. Fox and Morris Chestnut. Morris Chestnut had to walk all the way across the club to talk to Vivica A. Fox. And you know why? And I know that's a movie, but they put that in there because that's how the shit be.
So,
If he want to talk to Vivica A. Fox, even Morris Chestnut would have to walk his ass all the way across the club to go talk to her. She not coming to that nigga.